We got a trade in progress here. It's not going our way currently. Um, got a wide stop on it though. We'll consider adding on. I want to see my ADD start to trend back down again. It's trending up at the moment. I don't like that. They're trying to close this gap here. They gapped down about 1,400 companies, closed it to around 1,000, and then continued down to 1,700. So bearish pressure definitely in the market. I think we get at least another leg down. We visited this low here. This will be the third time at this low here. Bounced off of it yesterday. Hoping we go through it today. I can catch that move down there. But what's working for the bears right now is it looks like they're selling the tops. So just like the last stream, they're selling the tops of these bars. So I need to be selling the tops. I just tried to enter on a stop here. That's why I got triggered in. And that's why I'm in this trade right now at a loss. So let's see what happens here. I'm actually looking for a strong bull close to short because that's what they've been doing here. They've been shorting these highs here. They shorted this bull close. Bull bar, bear bar, bull bar, bear bar. It's kind of in a trading range. No one's really got a lot of conviction. If they do, it's right after the other side shows conviction and they show it. So, but I do believe that we're going to go down at least enough for me to make a small profit or get out at break even if I add on at the right time. So I'm not going to panic just yet. I had a nice little trade overnight that's in a short on the channel if you guys want to watch that. And we're just going to chill out here, see what the market wants to do. That's a good bar to short there. I got to see this ADD lose some more companies though. We've kind of moved up to a level that it had before. Right here. It's broke above that level. This will be another key level right here where it came down and stopped earlier in the day, came back up. So I'm going to try to take some cues from this, and when I see this selling off below its 9 period, I'm going to try to get more short if it's a nice bar over here. The hour is not giving us much information. It's all wicks to both sides of the chart. A lot of indecision on the hourly chart. Looks like we're still in this wedge here. If you look, it looks like it's broken. Let's do this. Let's remove those. Let's go here. Here. So yeah, a little bit of a wedge here. That breakdown was the wedge failing, kind of trapping me into this trade right here. But if I can get a bear bar, like this is not a good signal bar for bulls. So if I get a bear bar closing at its low and then get another bear bar opening up below it, I'll probably get into another short, get a momentum move down hopefully. So let's just see, just wait and see what we're going to get here. This ADD is still climbing here, I don't like it. Over on some other charts, I got the big boys in the S&P. I got Apple, Microsoft, Amazon, Nvidia, Tesla, Google. I'm watching all of them on the other chart. They're all, Google's trending up, Tesla's trending up, Nvidia was trending up strongly. Now it looks like it's breaking down. Apple was breaking down, but it's reclaimed its 9 period. It's trending up a little. Amazon's been on a tear, and Microsoft is just kind of flat. So, got a little bit of a mixed bag over here as far as individual issues go. So, I mean, this could be a rally day. I could be totally in the wrong position here, but we do have a higher low here on the chart. Get rid of some of these drawings here. But this wedge is failing here. Triangle. It's almost a perfect triangle. 1 push, 2 push, 3 push, and then the same thing down. 1, 2, 3. Got 4 pushes down. So if I were to measure this triangle here on the hourly, look, about 54 points either way. Where would that take us on an upside breakout? That would take us to the high, 4,200, testing at 4,200 again. And then on the low side, we're looking at about 4080, about here. So I'm gonna put measuring moves there in case I switch my bias and they want to go in either direction here. Okay, so we got a nice bear bar here. Looks like it's coming back to my order here. Nope, being bought at the bottom. So bulls are buying the bottoms of these bars too. Bulls are buying the bottoms and bears are selling the tops. Okay, so that's the kind of action we got going on here. So we're kind of in a range. I should probably be selling more at the top of the range than down here. But this was really convincing right here until ad decline started to turn up again. Looks like it's breaking down again below its 30 period or 9 period on the 32nd here. I got the sector sorter list open on another chart. The financials are not moving with this move, the financial sector, and that's usually a red flag. I've noticed whenever I trade against that sector that the move doesn't work out. So they're actually trading down while this market's struggling to push up. So industrials is down, consumer staples is down, healthcare is down. Consumer discretionary is the only thing that's up. I mean, that explains Amazon. But nope, no big moves yet. This candle was not a good signal for me to add on. So I'm gonna stay short here in this loser. See what we got. Kind of a little triangle here on the 5 minute. I'm really waiting for a reaction at this level here. This negative 1400 level was a big inflection level earlier. Market doesn't look strong, but it doesn't look weak, which is why I think we're in a range. So I think if I get a good entry, I'll get back at least at break even if I get a good second entry here. So I'm targeting this area up here where they fought before. Even though this is breaking out here, I'm targeting this area here. Like, this is a nice big candle here. can do that. Take away the title and the chart. Where is it at? There it is. There you go. All right, I'm going to add to my short here. All right. I got about one more bullet, but I don't want to get too big on this. Give back my week so far. I've had a nice little week. Okay, we're getting a nice doji here. It's like we were breaking out there. Now it's totally turned around here. Ad decline is starting to lose its 9 on the 30. So that's what we said we wanted. This could be a good short here. All right, so you got Apple just trading below a bar, previous bar. Google's trading below a previous bar. Tesla's still up at its high of the day. So is Amazon. Nvidia's halfway through the low of a bar. Got the hour and the 5-minute closing here. That's a long wick at the top of that candle. Long wick, skinny body. That's like the perfect reversal bar. If you go to a smaller time frame, get more detail here. Poked above this. Perfect reversal bar here. So my original entry was here when it poked below this bar here. This second, it didn't follow through in this bar right here. I really need them to follow through here, but the companies are starting to advance again, so it could just be another trap. So this is where the trade management comes in. I said that we're not too bullish, not too bearish at the moment. I mean, we're definitely more bearish because of we gapped down 1,400 companies and we haven't been able to close it. And then we gapped down another, or we drove it down another 1,700. So there's definitely more bearish pressure at the moment, but as far as the price action, it's not too bullish or too bearish. So if we're in a range and I get a bad entry, if I think we're going to stay in this range, I can typically, manage myself out of this trade without too much of a problem. Now, if a breakout comes and, I take, it pops up here or something real quick and I take a loss, at least the direction will then be more clear and then I can probably make that money back. So the problem with most traders is when this happens to them, they don't know how to manage themselves out of the trade. And I know you're saying, well, isn't that adding to a loser? Da, 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 da. Sometimes you have to do that to avoid a loss. It's not just, the probability is it's not going to get above this high. That's why my stop is. So the risk is high, but the probability that it's going to go lower, at least temporarily, is also high. Sorry, something else caught my eye. But yeah, the probability that it's probably gonna stay in this range is also fairly high. So if I bought here and it tested this range and trapped some bears, and then trapped bears, and then it didn't follow through, the probability that this is a trap is high. Okay, probability this is a trap is high, and the probability that it's going to come back down to my entry is also high. So I'm risking a lot right now. I'm risking like $2,000 to not take a loss because I have 2 contracts at this level and my stop is 20 points away. It's about 15 now, so risking about 1,500, 1,600 because I'm already negative 137. So, but I'm trying to manage myself out of this trade. I don't think it's a bad trade yet. I'm not down like, you know, $1,200, $1,400. So I think it's a decent trade. It's a decent idea. And yeah, I just got to wait for it to play out. If I get back to break even, I think I was just $12 away. If I get back, I might consider getting out, but I might not. Like I don't know. We'll see. We'll see how it looks when it gets there. What usually happens to me in these situations is, like up here, like you saw me short this bar here when it had a wick, because that's what they've been doing that's been successful. They've been shorting the tops of bars. So the limit bears are strong right now. So if you put your limit at the top of a bar, the order has to trade up to it, get filled, and then you hope it falls away. You got to be, you know, kind of precise. Stop bears, they'll put their orders at the bottom of bars, and they'll bet on the price action continuing in that direction. So that's what I did here. I was a stop bear, and I put my order here. This little wick tagged me in, and that's why I was in that first contract at a loss. Now, if limit bears are making money, stop bears aren't necessarily able to make money. So limit bear made money here. They sold this high. They sold the gap here. They sold this candle. Limit bears made money here. They sold this high again. Okay, limit bears made money here, and I'm actually making money on the second one that I sold up here, but this first one was so far down it's still not in profit. But they're selling the tops of bars, okay? So their limit bears are not as strong as stop bears, because stop bears will buy at the market, they'll buy at the bottom of, or sell at the market, sell at the bottom of bars, and they'll get a draft down. Stop bears made money here though. They made money here. They probably didn't make money here, probably went up a little too high for them, they got out, but they made money here when it traded below this, and they didn't make money here. So the hallmarks of a strong trend is when the stop side of the market can make money. Stop bulls are not making money in this market. It's been limit bulls. So you buy up here hoping it'll continue. You got trapped, big time trapped, and you had to get out. You bought here hoping it would continue. You had to fade half of this bar hoping to get out. You bought up here, same thing. You got trapped hoping to get out. Had to get out below this bar. You bought here. You might have made money, but it was very brief, and then you had to suffer the low of this bar, so you were trapped in. And then if you bought here, which I don't know why you would have bought here because this was a bare body. If you bought here, you traded up. Maybe you made a scalp. But I believe that if the price gets back to here, these bulls are going to want to get out at break even. These bulls right here are going to want to get out at break even. And the bears are going to want to sell again. So I think we're going to get another move down here. So that's how I'm looking at this right now. Look at the hour chart. You're seeing the same thing. You're seeing stop, or you're seeing limit bears make the money here. Limit, order there, limit, order there. You know, price was able to get pretty high on this candle. They sold the top of it though. Sold the top of it. About 50% here. Sold the top of it. The only thing I don't like on the hourly is that the bear bodies are getting smaller. I want to see them get bigger, at least a little bit bigger as we come down. So that's my only thing that I'm not liking, but they don't have to be extremely strong to continue down. They can just grind down. Look at this. They just got smaller and smaller and smaller, but that was still a nice little move down, 17 points. So they don't have to be huge. Right now they're in control. We have an inside bar here. Usually means a breakout. And I'm just looking at other companies, just seeing if they want to roll over. Apple is laying on its low here. Microsoft's popping up. Waiting for Nvidia to roll. Getting a little bit off of here. I don't think this triangle is going to do anything anymore. So we're coming up here again. Remember I said I expect the bears to sell this. So if I'm expecting the bears to sell this and they don't and it pokes above here, I really got to get out, right? Because my premise is no longer valid, at least for the moment. And I'm too big to really hold it too much longer. I might hold it to this high here and see what they do here. But if they trap bears here, even though we didn't trade, we traded below the candle. But if they trap some bears here, I'm expecting bears to want to get out at this high, basically. Bulls to get out at this high, sorry. Shenton is saying reverse the position. No, not yet, buddy. Not yet. The Bulls haven't given me anything that's shown me that they're serious about going up here. Just a trading range right now. Just till I see a breakout, which is honestly probably 50-50, maybe a little bit better than 50-50 because you have the ADD rolling over here. Have it going below its 9. All right, now you got a few companies rolling over here. Amazon, Microsoft, Tesla's finally dipping a little bit. Google's coming down. We might get a big move here. Once again, though, they're selling the tops. He said bulls are strong. I don't think the bulls are particularly strong right now. I think they're trying to defend. Okay, Apple's rolling over. Microsoft is closing below its previous bar. Nvidia's pretty strong today. That's interesting. Amazon is laying on its 9 period here. Financials in the sorter sector list are not doing anything. They're just laying low there. Getting toward the high of another candle here. Remember, we take out this high, I got to reevaluate. Take out the high of that big doji there, because that means that those bulls got untrapped, and there's going to be a stampede. Got the add decline selling off again, creating a little level here. Just draw that little level in there. Selling the tops of bars again, like we said. Mon Yang, trading on your funded account. No, this is my live account. This is real money here. This is real money. All right, so we're getting something here. You see this? Okay, so we just took out another low on this ADD. So they came up, they sold down, they came up again to this level and sold off again. Apple's firmly below its 9 period, so is Microsoft. So is, oh, that's it. Amazon's laying on its 9. Google's a little bit up its 9, but its bars are tiny up there. And Tesla is laying on its 9 period. The financial sector in the sorter list, tracking the financial sector, it's selling off now. Healthcare is selling off. Consumer discretionary is still strong. Industrials is selling off. Consumer staples is selling off. So that could be why we're losing companies on this. We're back to negative 1,500 companies. I've had several chances to get out at a $80 loss or a $13 loss. I'm not trying to just only get out at profit. Like if it dips below, I'm not gonna be like, oh, sell. But I think the break has a higher probability of being to the downside than the upside. We just got a gap in ADD. That's not good. That's never good unless they sell it right back off here. Alright, now we're finally back in profit after 30 minutes. Let's see what happens here. So I bought my first entry here for those of you just joining me. I bought my first entry here after this wick below here. Tagged me in. It brought me back up to here. I sold the top of this bar before it looked like this. I sold it when it was a big green bar because I noticed that the bears have been selling the tops of the bars and making money. They haven't been making money below selling the bottoms of bars, which I did, so I shouldn't have did that. But I sold the top, and then we got this big rejection here, and then they have not been able to get above this yet. Okay, so that's what's going on right now. All right, we're getting something here. ADD has gapped to the downside now. See that gap right there? So let's just give it some time to play out here. We pulled below here. Bulls are still buying the bottom of bars. So limit bulls are active at the bottom of bars. So I can expect this to happen. But limit bears are active at the top of bars. So we just got to see who's going to win out. We're breaking below this on the 5-minute and below this here on the hourly. This triangle. So okay, we've gapped down. This was a key level before. We gapped up over it before on the way up. Had some momentum up. And now they're trying to defend this level of companies green, but they're not. They're not getting anywhere. Let's look back at Apple here. Apple's below its 9. Nvidia's starting to peel off a little bit too. Amazon's peeling off. Microsoft's below. Tesla's below. Google's holding on, but its bars are really small. So look at what would happen if you sold on a stop here. You would have got trapped like I did here. Okay? You would have got trapped. But if you had sold on a limit, you'd be in a little bit of profit right now. So limit bears are selling, which is the hallmark of not a very strong bear trend, and we're not in a strong bear trend like I keep saying. I think we're in a range. So I think we're going to test down here. And that's where I'm hoping to get out. That could have been my chance to get out. We'll see. Getting a little bit of a spike here. I expect bulls or bears to be busy above these highs though. Let's see what range we're in. It looks like we're in this range here of this candle. I should be selling up here and buying back down here. I haven't mentioned the ticks at all today, but they're at 60, plus 60 right now. Looks to me like they got down to negative 400 in that last push here on this candle right here. They were at negative 400, so you had 400 companies moving down at a time or trading, you know, on a down tick. Anything over 600 plus or minus 600, that's going to show you a lot of conviction. Because, you know, it takes big money to move that many companies at once in the market. So still selling the tops of bars here. They're appearing right where I felt they should. ADD is coming back to sell off. Ticks are negative 300 again. Apple's picking up though. Apple's trying to pick up its 9 here. I don't like that. Probably should get out if I get the opportunity to get out at break even again. But then ADD is still selling off, so it's really, you know, it's anybody's game right now. And since I'm already short, I've already picked the side I'm going to play. So, but with all this struggle here, even if they do pop up, do I think they'll get to this high? No. So that's where my stop should really stay, and I should just let this play out. But I would definitely love to sell higher and not be so big. Okay, ADD's coming back down through here. Looks like it might make a new low. See how this is moving up or staying when ADD's just selling off here? This is why I use this on my charts, guys. This is selling pressure. This is companies going red. I want to see a big flush through this level. Okay, Google's coming off. Tesla's coming off. Nvidia's catching its 9. Amazon's coming off, but now Microsoft and Apple are moving up. So financials are coming up a little bit too. Keep adjusting this trend line here. This triangle doesn't want to break, but it keeps getting tighter and tighter. There's a break coming. I don't think there's any news today that's going to drive this either way, or that's going to drive it at all. Selling the tops of bars still. This is like indecision city here. They don't want to go anywhere. So my first entry was no good for sure. I shouldn't have went in on a stop when the bears haven't made money on a stop but twice today. They made it here and they made it here, and that was it. Everything else, all the other bear money has been made on limit orders today. So this order here was a limit order, and I am in profit on that, but it's sharing the loss with this stop here. So let it play out. I'm gonna let it play out. Ask yourself, if you were a bull right now, if you're long right now, how good do you feel about these bull bodies and these long wicks at the bottom? I don't feel too good about that being a bull. I don't feel too good about it being a bear either. But that tells me that we're in a trading range and that we're going to move up and down and side to side for a little bit until someone decides to break it out. So if they break it out, I either get out at a loss or I'll get out at a win. It's that simple, guys. It's not a emotional decision here. Alright, ADD's picking up. Looks like it's reclaiming some companies here. I would have liked for it to have fallen lower than this. I don't like that, but let's see what happens. Got 3 pushes up and another wedge right here. 1, 2, 3. 3 pushes to a high. Still haven't gotten over this though. Still haven't gotten over these right here. The new lower ones that I put in. I think there's bears or bulls trapped there. They're going to want to get out. Tempted to add on up here because they're selling the tops of these bars still, but this ADD is looking kind of wonky here, and the big tech companies are not giving me any confidence. It's like the market's waiting on something. It's really weird. Everything's just kind of flat or slightly up or slightly down, but that means there's no conviction on either side of the market right now. So what are they waiting on? Anybody know? Anybody got a clue what they're waiting on? So until I trade to this yellow line, I either have to get out of both if I'm in a profit here. Because if I get out of one, it's going to sell the one that I bought here at a loss, and it's going to keep the one I have at a profit. So if I don't get out of both when I get back into profit, and just call this a trade, then I can't really do anything. But I think that we're going to go down here. So this is about almost, well no, I sold probably up here on that last one here. I sold probably right here. But we're in this range right now. Got a minute closing on this bull bar. So these bear bars on the hourly, they shrank, they shrank, they shrank. Now they're putting in a bull bar. It was an inside bar. Apple, Google, plus 375 companies. All right, I said bulls wanted to get out here. I'm going to short this again. Let's see if I'm right. This could be painful if I'm wrong, though. Bull bar closing at its highs or follow through. Selling the high. Closed above this, wicked above it. Make sure you guys like this video. If I lose a lot of money and I leave it up, it's a lot easier to lose money when no one's watching than when you have an audience. Really want to see these ticks get below zero and stay there. Bears pushing down on this here. The larger this bar gets, the more bulls we're trapping here. Where is this bar at? Where's my order? It's right below this low. So if I were to get out at break even when we break this low, I'm actually getting out at the strongest sign of support failing, which is the low of the previous bar. That's support, immediate support. So I don't know if I want to get out here. I don't know if I want to lighten up either. Now we're starting to get that selling pressure coming in that I wanted to see. Two bar reversal here. This bar reversed the action of this bar down to the low. Now it looks like we're continuing back up. Looks like this might be a failed reversal. What's up, Nav? So you guys see I've had several chances to get out at break even or a small profit. That's not what I'm concerned about. I really think we're getting ready to shoot down here, even though this ADD's taking out this intermediate high right here. I don't like that either. So I'm looking at the chart, I'm looking at internals, I'm looking at other issues, and there's things I like and there's things that I don't like. I don't like ADD constantly reaching up. I don't like that the ticks are at 61, 71. It's just slightly positive. I feel like there's some accumulation. I don't like that I'm not in a profit. But I do like that Apple can't get above its 9. Neither can Microsoft. Neither can Amazon. Nvidia's laying on it. Tesla's below it. Google's selling off of it. I do like those things. So that's what's giving me the conviction to hold on to this trade. But I probably am too big. So I probably need to lighten up, but the way I've bought and the way I've sold these, I have to take them all off at once. It makes no sense to try to scale out unless I'm below this line. So if I want to get out of this trade, when it dips below here again, I got to exit all of them to make it make sense. All right, now we're getting this sell-off here in ADD. Apple's selling off a little more. I've had this experience before. Every time I get out of a situation like this, it really starts to burn down, and then I'm just like, you were right. You should have stuck to your guns and stayed there, kept your stop above here, and stayed short. So I don't want that situation to happen today. We're getting a little something here. Here we go. What are the ticks doing? Ticks are down at negative 470. Now if I scale out now, if I buy my first one back, I'm going to be buying back this one that I got into down here at a loss. The next one I'm going to buy back is going to be here, and then the next one's going to be here, the one I just sold at the top of this bull bar. So I got to get out of all of them if I'm going to get out, or just hope this continues down. I'm looking at ADD to give me some signs. I'm going to get out. I know this bitch is getting ready to flush, y'all. I know this is getting ready to flush. So the thing about trading is entries are easy, okay? It's trade management that you have to be thinking about all the time. Trade management. If you have enough capital, I put a caveat on it. If you have enough capital, you can work yourself out of a lot of bad trades, okay? See, I'm finally getting the move that I want. Big bear bar closing at its low. 2-bar reversal at the top of a range. That's why I sold this. I sold this bar at the top of this range. Okay, I sold this big bull bar. Look at this break. God damn it. this is the problem. When you get out, how do you get back in? Do I just press market and get back in, or do I wait for a pullback? Well, I've had my pullback. I've had this whole triangle play out. I've had this whole range play out. We're at the bottom of this range right now. We're particularly strong at the bottom of this range. Okay, but we're not, yeah, we're really strong at the bottom of this range. So this might be a full break of this range. But if I'm in a range, I should be buying here. I should have gotten out here because this was my first contract right here. Okay, this was my first contract. I sold one here on a stop, didn't work out. I held it up. I sold here at the top of this bar. It came down, put me in a little profit. I waited. I went back up and I sold at the tip top of that. As soon as that bull bar closed, I sold. Traded a little bit above and then sold off. And I did that because they were selling the tops of bars all day, like I've been telling you guys. Take that off of there. Put this here. That's the range that we've been in. But they've been selling the tops of bars. Top, 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 top. And they're buying the bottoms of bars. Bottom here. They bought the bottom of this one here. They bought the bottom of this one here. So I expect to get another opportunity to get in, but this was a nice move. I should have held on a little longer. But that's the frustrating part, guys, when you're managing the position. You have to be able to make smart decisions, high probability decisions, and get out when the market tells you to get out. I shouldn't have got out here. I shouldn't have even got out right here, because unless this bar, look at this. Let's do the 50% of this bar. Okay, unless this bar can get to about here, which is probably where I sold, I should still be in this trade. Okay. And you see it's failing. So now something's changing. So they're selling the tops of bars. Remember we talked about stop bears not making any money? Stop bears are making money now for the first time in many bars. So stop bears, you put your stop below, you put your order below a previous bar because you expect it to continue the momentum down. So when it goes down through your order, you get filled and you go into profit, right? So you want to be making money down here. You want to be a stop bear. You want to be making money. Only problem is stop bears only made money twice on this chart. They made money here. If you put a stop here, you made money. If you put a stop here, you didn't make money. It didn't even trade below, so you weren't even in it. So there were no stop bears. If you put it here, you made a little bit of money, 34 to 27. That's a pretty nice scalp, about 6 points. If you put it here, though, you lost money, but you didn't get triggered because it never traded below. I got triggered here as a stop bear because I saw that stop bears had made money on the last two pushes. So one push, retrace, second push, retrace. Third push, I got in here on this third push, trying to be a stop bear, trying to be clever, and I didn't make money. I got triggered in, trapped me, took me all the way up here. But since I realized that stop bears were making, or limit bears were also making money, it's easier to be a limit bear than it is to be a stop bear. Because with limit bears, you're waiting for a pullback, and that's what you got here. When this pulled back to this little gap right here, you put your limit there, you sold off, you made money. When you pull back to here, you sold off, you made money. You pull back to the top of this bar, you sold off and made money. So if I sell the top of this bar, I'm gonna sell off and make money. So this was the easiest short here, and I should have just waited for this. I should have waited for this. This was a bad entry. These two were good entries, but I still didn't hold to my full profit potential. So that's all I'm going to do for you guys today. This is my real account, one of them. It's a smaller one on Tradevate. I'll show it to you here. It's a real account here. It's not a prop account or anything. So, this was real trading. You saw me use the ADD. You see how it's continuing to sell off. You see how, though, it came to this level again. I'm telling you guys, this works. This ADD works. It came to this level the second time, sold off from it. I was thinking, remember I had it here because it came down here, found support, came here, struggled a little bit. So it didn't even get close to that level again, and then it sold off again. So add decline, use it in your trading, it works. If you were to draw a trend line on this, my voice is going, guys, that's why I gotta get out of here. You draw a trend line on this, right here, broke down here, and that was right here in the chart. That was in this big bar here. And it's kind of in a triangle too. So you don't typically watch the add decline for signals, for like, you know, patterns, but they're there. Like they're there. Like look, it sold down here, sold down to, it gapped down 1,400 companies. And whenever you see this, whenever you see a gap from the previous day, it has a very hard time closing this gap. It has to take 1,400 companies green just to get back positive, okay? So it couldn't do that. It got about 400 of them green, and then it sold off again, okay? But look how it struggled here at this level again. Let me remove this a little bit. See how it struggled there? It kind of based there a little bit, and then it broke through it. And then what did it do? It came up here to this level here, sold all the way down to this level, came back up to the same level that it based at, okay, came back up to the same level, sold down a little bit. It actually created a level right here. Let me show it to you there, right there. Resistance, support, support, then broke up through this level, and then tried 3 times to make a new high. One push, this is 1,400 to, so it's 50 companies, then it lost 30. 50 companies, and it lost 30. And then it was only able to get 30 on the way up, and then it lost about 70 companies. Came back down to this level, chopped around a little bit, tried it again up here. See that level there? Tried it again here, that negative 1,400 companies where it started, where it gapped down, and then sold off again. So use your add decline. It's the add decline, guys. It's ADD hybrid. It's add decline. So you go to TradeStation and it's $ add decline. If you're on another broker, you might have decliners and advancers, and you have to put them on the chart together and merge them so that you can see add decline. But most packages have add decline these days. But TradingView has it, and it's just ADD. Okay, I think you can put $ADD. Let me see. Yeah, it pulls up the same thing. So $ADD and ADD. It's an internal. I have a video about it on the channel. If you haven't checked it out, go find it there. But I use it. This is a 30-second chart because I want to see all of the little wiggles that price is trying to make while companies are going red and green. I want to see that. So we have it approaching another level here. Let's see what price is doing. All right, we got a 3-bar reversal going on here. So it's reversing all of this. So remember we just said I should have bought down here because it was the end of the range, right? I should have bought this bottom of the range because it broke below, couldn't trade below it, and this would have been a profitable trade right here. Enough for a scalp and a little bit more. So let's see what it does though as it approaches this level here that it has sold off from again. I gotta go pick up a TV from Best Buy. I'm gonna be probably on a treadmill in my next video, trading in my garage, because I finally cleaned it out and I set it up with my workout equipment. So I've got to go get a TV so that I can enjoy myself out there. So that's why I'm going to cut the stream short. But let's see what ADD does at this line here. Remember, they're selling the tops of bars. Limit bears are making money at the moment, and we're in a range. Okay, so they're selling the tops of bars and they're selling the top of this range. They've done it 4 times. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. They've bought the bottom of the range 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 times. So they're buying the bottoms of bars. So someone's going to win this. Someone's going to win out. With this many companies negative and them not being able to push anyone significantly above where they started, I think it's going to be the bears that win. All right, thanks for watching, guys. I will see you in the next one.